All right, we are back. We're about to hop into game number 3. We just saw game number 2 end, and that was our meta build. And for me, the meta right now is bio and gunplay. So I was running bio, cure, and blind for materia on the hide ninja. And then I was specifically running double inferno. Unfortunately, I had double gray inferno, but double inferno nonetheless, because you have just an enormous amount of ammo before you have to reload if you are constantly switching between the two guns. So that is what I said is the meta build this week. And we are going to take a look at what I am calling my limit break build as we try to break the meta with it. And that is, we're going to go ninja again with hide. We're going to have arrow and blind to counter the gunplay. The arrow is to continue to move and be very mobile. The blind is, again, to block out the gunplay. And then cure is to help sustain through the bio play. The reason we are running Dissonance Bane and MP60 is because I think the speed of these guns, the only gun that I've been consistently being beat by is Dissonance Bane, and that is because of the fire rate. The fire rate is just absolutely lighting me up. Me specifically because I miss shots, but I've seen it beating other players too because the slower fire rate of other guns. So Dissonance Bane, if you can hit the shots, it is there. And then I just put MP60 because I want to carry both of the same type ammo. And again, if I don't find a Dissonance Bane, the MP60 is just as good. Not just as good, but you get what I'm trying to say. All right, so that is my limit break build this week. Let's hop into game number 3. This is going to be our final game on the night of Meta Master, featuring Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier. I am, as always, Mr.Koala, and I have been loving gameplay streaming. I have loved doing my podcast, so that's why I am bringing them both together today for this content. This is going to continue on Mondays for the time being. It is Master the Meta with Mr. Koala. I realized I've been calling it the wrong thing all night when I have Master the Meta right there on the screen. And I've been calling it Meta Master. What did I call it in my Discord earlier? I think I called it Master the Meta because I didn't want to call myself the Meta Master. Yeah, Master the Meta. And I said mastering the meta at that point. Yeah. So it's got to be called Master the Meta. There we go. All right, here we go. Double SMG is my gun priority, and then arrow, cure, blind, along with the hide ninja is the rest of my build as we hop into game number 3 of Master the Meta with Mr. Koala. I'm so excited. The first 2 games were very, very fun. I came in 4th and then 3rd. The first game was my standard build, what I played pretty much all through Season 2. It was Lethal Gaze along with C-Mod for the guns. And then I like to run Thunder, Gravity, and then I mix up the third spell quite often, but most of the time it is Blizzard. The reason that I run it that way is that it has very good defensive plays as well as offensive plays. The Thunder, as you can see, as you saw in that clip, the Warrior, I went aggressive and put down my Thunder, and then no, actually that was different. I was actually backing up and I let the Warrior run into my Thunder, so that was a lot of fun. But either way, I used Thunder both aggressively and defensively, so there's a lot of fun in that build. And then game number 2, we tried the meta build, and in that one, I ran Bio and Double Inferno. I came in 3rd because although I said that you don't have to reload as often, if you don't hit the shots, you run out of bullets, and I did run out of bullets in my 2 gray Infernos. I didn't actually find a Bio, so I didn't get to run it in that game, but that is what it is. As we hop into game number 3, this is going to be the Meta Buster build. We are going... I called it Meta Buster. Limit break build. We are going to try to break the meta We're going double SMG. And you can see it, the rest of the build there on the screen as we drop in here. I didn't even look where I dropped. I just dropped. Look at that. Right off the bat, MP60. Let's start it up. Although I don't think I'm going to be able to hit any shots on a gray MC60 other than against bots. And maybe this bomb, but I mean, we saw in the last game I'm not too good against bombs, so. Especially when it's that far away. Right. I picked a really shitty place to land. I only think one of my headphones is working. Well, this blind. Alright, we're doing better than last time already. We'll run C-Mod instead of the shotgun. Where'd that gun go? It's like it was hiding on me. I apologize if this is loud when I move. I just need to get closer to my... I have a cable running out of my computer into my phone right now to stream. So I have to sit close enough to it because I have to use the actual iPhone wire because the bigger wire I had doesn't do enough data transfer. Solely for slow charging. Ah, okay. Like I said, I doubt I'm gonna be able to hit anything with this, so we're gonna switch over to C-Mod for now. There we go. There we go. See? That's what I was trying to do with the other one. And there's the Bane. Alright, well I guess we're gonna run 2 gray guns again. I'll make that a thing. Like, if I see the guns, no matter what quality, I have to pick them up because I'm trying to break the meta. And you should be able to break the meta with any of the guns, right? No matter the quality. If I hit the shots, right? Edu, I know I didn't respond to you, but I see you there. Thank you for tuning in if you're still here. Get rid of fire. Again, because I don't like fire, but I do need a level. Where did that? There you go.
Orders received.
We need that. Is that hedgehogs? Okay. So we need to get out of this area. Okay.
Let's crank it.
Oh. Okay. There we go. See, so that's the idea right there. If you get in close on somebody and hit that shot, I know that I was standing still and, you know, all that fun stuff, but that's it right there. Like you saw, that was instant. Dual wielder again. Need an arrow? I think I ran by an arrow and a blind. I already have blind. Wait, no, I just put that over blind. I'm an idiot. Did I not just see blind here? Oh, there it is. Put that over water. There we go. Oh, there's my arrow. Okay, and we'll do that over thunder because I already have a 2-star blizzard. And now we just need cure. And then that's a complete build other than, you know, not gray guns. So. I have plenty. Oh, I have tons of gold. Let's just upgrade the guns. Do it that way. Oh, there we go. I just got one. I was way behind him, but you know, was able to pull it off there. I don't want any of that. This is the bio. I mean, I guess I could run bio this time instead of cure, but that doesn't really make sense, right? I guess I should go get this chest over here. I'll go get this one. Chest down here, I saw it. Alright, let's see if I have many... Oh, there's my cure. Over... What was it? Blizzard. Let's see if I'm any better with the purple one. Oh, yeah! Sounded like Kool-Aid Man there. Oh, yeah. That's it. Alright, let's keep moving.
Monsters. Take that. Take
Alright, let's see where the circle's going. Let's go right towards 7. I'm sure someone landed in 7, so... I am going to run, make sure I have the MP60 out when I'm at a distance. I would like... Is there a purple MP60? Yeah, I would like the purple MP60 for the better scope. I do also want to... 2 times? Can I put it... Yeah, there we go. Let's go with that. Actually, let me... It's weird the way that moves. Let's go with that. Damn it, Chocobo. I also should, you know, potion and not stare with that health that low. Thank you, Crovax. I appreciate that. Do you have any, you participated this week in I believe both Fight Nights and, the Saturday Best of the Best events. How do you feel about the meta right now? I definitely saw a lot of, bio especially in the Dragoon. And then in Sorcerer, there was a lot more gunplay and less bio. But I mean, that's because Sorcerer, you got Fire, Thunder, and Blizzard, like, doing things with Sorcerer. So why would you run bio?
Come on.
The FPS setup affect camera rotation. No. Oh, let me get out of this and I will show you real quick. Accelerated. The accelerated thing does. Let me go here. If you go to your camera, accelerate it right here. Makes it so the faster you move your finger, the faster the camera will rotate. So I can go all the way around if I spin my finger real fast. Sorry if that made anybody dizzy. But that's what affects it. So if you see me spin real quick, it's because I have that accelerator on and I'm... my jump button's not in the right spot. It's because I'm purposely, like, if I'm jumping and I go like this, you know, that I want to spin real quick. That's a good question. What just happened? Why? Yeah, the aim assist. So I have a theory about guns, and I'll talk about it again because I talked about it at the beginning of the stream. But I'm just dumbfounded by what just happened. Why did that guy? Why did that bot? It was a bot, right? Die in one shot. That was weird. He was just gone.
Orders received.
All right, yeah. So, Krovax, I mean, you're someone who plays guns, so you were hitting shots before. I mean, but now you have better competition now. I shouldn't. I'm gonna say better. Actually, I was about to correct myself. You know what? I am gonna say better because I get what you're saying about the aim assist. You know, it is. I don't want to use the word unfortunate because I don't think it's unfortunate. But it is a mechanic in the game, so we're gonna have to adjust to it. What I will say though is I think that I think that what is going on right now and the reason that aim assist is so strong is one, because aim assist is strong, but two, they buff guns. So when you buff two things at the same time, you know, we've had that effect before in this game. It's gonna, you know, cause this influx of power. And right now that went all to guns. I mean, we touched on what it did for bio too, but that's completely different conversation. Wait, let me read this question. Does the FPS setup affects camera rotation? So what I showed you, Chrono, doesn't work on controller. The accelerated camera is only for touch. The controller has separate sensitivity. So that one you just have to. So if you wanted to use this, if you wanted to like get the same strategy that I'm doing with the jump and the turn, you would have to turn your sensitivity almost all the way up and use flicks. And I know people that do that on other games, and I'll explain it again after I kill this bot. Oh, maybe I won't kill this bot. Holy crap!
Yeah. Healing.
Yeah, that was interesting. I go from melting one guy in one shot and then to that. I'm all over the place. But yeah. No, so the high FPS won't affect your camera spinning. I mean, it does. It does, but it doesn't. I mean, it's not like a... The camera will run smoother on 60 FPS and 30 FPS, clearly because you're seeing twice as many frames. But as far as like what I'm saying, if you want to do that spin, you turn your sensitivity all the way up, and then you only use the joystick halfway when you're in normal movement. And then when you want to do that rotation, you jump and you flick the joystick as hard as you damn can. I've seen some people do it. Specifically in Call of Duty, I see people do it in the Gulag. And it's crazy because you're like in this small space, you're 1v1, and you can just jump and flick and you're there. I'm not fighting that Tomberry right now. I'm pretty good on health. Alright, let's rotate back over here. But yeah, that's how you could do that with that. Krovex, as far as what you said, yeah, aim assist is very, very strong. I've definitely noticed it. I've stood in the practice area and just, you know, held the fire button, and it just follows the guy, so that's pretty fun. We're gonna hop off. I don't think I didn't reload either of my goddamn weapons. That bot just shot my chocobo so many times. Surprise, motherfucker!
Enemy attack.
Oh, it got me with that one. There we go. So yeah. I will say though, I mean, you guys are clearly seeing I'm fighting a lot of bots, so we're not really like breaking the meta with this build. It's more about like, you know, trying to show you guys what situation these things are going to work in. And I'm doing all those situations with the bots as much as I can. Trying to make sure that I you know, I'm getting in close and I'm using distance Spain the way you should. The MP60 as a supplement. And stuff like that. I need to reload again. This is more, I mean, don't take this as in like I'm saying I'm the best at the meta. This is more about, you know, trying to show off what's strong in the meta right now and what are some possible things that you can do to help you in the meta. Cosmo, that's exactly what I'm saying, man. It's not about that. I'm not saying that this is, you know, this isn't the build. I'm not saying take these guns and go and play this thing. I mean, every time I say that, and that's why I run with disclaimers. Every time I say build, everybody takes it to heart like that. I'm not saying, hey, go get these guns every single time. I'm saying, hey, right now, double Inferno is good because you get 110 bullets before you have to reload. A counter to that would be a Dissonance Bane because you can get in close and fire way faster than that Inferno can. And so on like that. I'm not saying that this is the build you should play. I'm saying that this is some strategies that will help you in these situations that come up in Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier. These are all situational. It's all about, hey, these are the situations that come up. I'm going to talk about them, and I'm going to show you what my opinion is on how you can go against these different play types. It is about being better than the other person. I've openly said that multiple times during the stream. I've said multiple times. The reason I run Inferno and the reason I ran Inferno since Season 1 is because I miss a lot of shots. Now, right now, Inferno is strong, not because people are missing a lot of shots. There's a machinist right there. I'm going to go fight him. But because, you know, at high end, people are dodging left and right. They're able to pull that off. But, you know, two high end players, like, let's say Cosmo, you versus Scion, right? You put you two against each other. You on Inferno and Scion on Lethal Gaze. You know, I'm sure Sion might actually win. But I get you, Cosmo, and I'm sorry if I sound loud and I'm fighting you. I know that you're very good at this game, and you're the person that, you know, you inspire me to do a lot of these things. Like, I watch your gameplay and determine how I'm gonna, you know, not only do my input on my fight nights and my commentary and my best of the best and stuff like that, but watching you and other high-end players is what determines what I'm gonna, you know, do on these. And I want to help people get as good as you are at this game. And I mean, I saw you
Enemy attack.
specifically running.
Now.
He's going in for. What?
Good luck next time.
That guy had to have been one shot.
Let's heal up.
Oh, he had the machinist buff. I know, Cosmo. I'm sorry that I sounded mad. I've been called out for that before, so I kind of took that to heart.
Finders keepers.
So let me finish what I was saying right here. And the idea is, like, I mean, Cosmo, like I just said, you're one of the people that makes me want to do these not builds, but these videos. And it's not about, you know, this is what you should be playing every single time, because battle royales as a whole are situational. You're not always going to get the same guns, and you're not going to get the same items. You're not going to get the same material. You're not going to get this. But if you go into the game knowing that people like you, Cosma, or people like Sion, or people like Vidokebu, or, you know, all these big names are Krovax. Krovax is super good with guns. You know, these people are going to hop in here and take out these double infernos because they're going to have 110 bullets. And they're going to be super strong. They're going to be lasering people down left and right. So what chance do people like me have in that situation? Because that is the meta, Cosmo. Whether or not, you know, there is no meta. Whether you say there is no meta, there is. Because certain things are still going to be stronger than other things. I've seen you play certain things because they're stronger within your playstyle. Don't get me wrong. You always play your playstyle. But you make small tweaks to it in order to fit better into what's happening in the gameplay. Especially when you get into tournament play. Now, that being said, like I was saying before, the idea is more about, you know, taking these situations that we know are strong. Like, we know right now Bio is strong. We know that guns right now are really, really strong. So, my idea is, hey, I'm going to take those and, you know, try to prove it in the meta game, which I did. I ran double Inferno. It went really well. I made it to 3rd place. It only didn't go well because, again, I don't hit shots. I'm very bad at hitting shots. So, it didn't go well. I ran out of ammo. But, you know, put that in the hands of someone who's better at making shots, and I just taught them something really well, because now they have 110 bullets. They don't have to reload and so on like that. So that is very meta. That is very build. You know, you're not always going to get the Inferno, but if you find double Inferno, you know, you might want to do that. See, Cosmo, fair enough. And again, and it's going to be playstyle. And I've talked about it in all my podcasts. My favorite thing about Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier is the fact that there is so many viable playstyles. You know, I say meta, I say limit break build, and I say meta build, and I say Mr.Koala build, and all that stuff. But it's not really about the builds. It's more about taking the knowledge of the skills and the spells and the guns in the build itself and applying them to the game and the situations in the game. I'm not saying, hey, land and try to find these things. Yeah, I'm specifically going to do that because I'm testing it. But I'm saying that, hey, if you get this combination of things, you're in a good place in the current state of the game. Cosma, I apologize that I went off a little loud at the beginning when you popped in and said that. Like I said, people have questioned that before. Not only with my content, I've seen it happen in other avenues of content. Not only Final Fantasy VII, but other things that I follow. So it's not necessarily about saying, hey, go and do this. It's saying, hey, critically think about what you're doing when you land. Don't necessarily always go what your comfort is. Yes, play your playstyle, play your comfort zone, but think about what is strong right now in the game and how you can use that to amplify your playstyle. And I'm gonna, I don't want to say quote Morbido, but I know Morbido said something along the lines of, it's not going to come down to the person that is the best on any particular, well, say build here. He said job or class. It's not going to be the person that comes down and is best on particular build. It's going to be the person that can put all of the aspects of Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier together that's going to come out on top. And Cosmo, like I said, you're one of the people that does that. And so you know, for stuff like this, the builds won't really make sense to you because you're the one that's forefronting this kind of stuff, in a sense. This content is more so for people that are looking in. You think Mark V is strong right now? Okay, well I'll keep an eye on that for next week. But Cosmo, I do appreciate your input. I appreciate you participating. You are like, you're winning everything right now in all my tournaments. So I appreciate you, especially the Friday night fights. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your input into the community. I know I still owe you stuff. Don't worry. It's still on the list. It's still getting done. It will be there. There's so many things on the list of things that need to get done. I know that you're not pressuring me for it, but I like to remind the people that I owe stuff to, that I'm working on that stuff. But with that, everybody, that was the Limit Break build. Let me go through the builds one more time before we call it a night. So the quality build, this is the build that I pretty much ran at the end of Season 2. Or, I should say, yeah, this is what I ran at the end of Season 2. As I said, I was running the Inferno for most of the season, but I switched over to Lethal Gaze and CMOD at the end of the season because I was working on my gunplay. And those were the guns that were easiest for me to do that with. I personally run Thunder, Blizzard, Gravity. I switch out Blizzard quite often, but Thunder and Gravity is pretty mainstay with me. Gravity is a good counter for melee, and then Thunder is a reaction spell that I like to use. I did it very well in game number 1, and I got a nice kill with it. Game number 2, let's look at the build right here. Chrono, thank you for gifting that sub there. I appreciate that. You will get a, if you don't know, Chrono, I am running, actually I can throw it up on the screen right here. Right there, grand prize raffle. You will get 20 entries into my grand prize raffle for gifting that. And, Box, who was it? Who did you gift it to? Bobox will be getting 15 entries. So thank you for that. Alright, so build number 2 was the meta build. And Cosmo, this is what I was talking about. The double Inferno, Blind, Bio, Cure, and Hide. This was the Bio. The Bio was just like, Friday Night Fights was just covered in bios. And I pointed out at the beginning of the stream, it wasn't just bios to, you know, deplete health. It was bios to, because people are being threatened by bio right now because Jewel Pendant is no more. Talisman is only good for poison, so do you really want it? And people are mispositioning because they're scared of bios. So bio is really strong, not only as the damage thing to run out potions, but to get people to misposition. The double Inferno makes it so you don't have to reload as often. It is very, very strong. So if you do get this combination of stuff, it is very good. The Blind and the Cure are both for sustainability. And then our final build, which we just saw me hop into a game for, was the Limit Break build. And I said that if you're going to be running double Inferno, you're going to want to stay mid to long range. I'm going to get in close and beat you with the Fast Fire TTK Dissonance Bane. Or Distance Bane? That's why I didn't put it up there, because I don't even know how to pronounce it. But for spells, I went with Arrow, Cure, and Blind, and Ninja on the class. Arrow and Blind, again, are for mobility and to reposition. And then the Cure is for the sustainability, because especially on the new map, there are so many NPCs. You are constantly getting drained of health. You need to sustain. So that was the Limit Break build for tonight.